Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be reading a multi-character tutor by Dear Jangmi on Tumblr. So let's get into it. Tengen. Tengen looks at T-Rex up and down, then laughs. Well, he could be a little bit of an asshole sometimes, but it was for good reason. And he would also do his best to try to make Rex feel as guilty as he possibly could for losing such a beautiful relationship and upsetting you. Oh, so how do you know I am? Oh? You're her ex? I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Well, I'm Wyan's new boyfriend. The sarcasm is honestly too toxic to breathe in, and the way he talks down to him was a little bit much. But to be quite honest, Tengen thought he deserved it. Sanemi. Sanemi was a little too angry to see you talking with your ex. But was he angry at you? Not at all. He was angry at your ex for trying to talk to you after he left you like that. He's a ticking time bomb, to be honest. Because in his opinion, your ex did not deserve so much as a glance in his way. You and your ex did not really end things properly in your ex's opinion. So, as he watched you guys talk, Sanemi would fidget with the hilt of his blade. The thoughts of giving your ex just a little stab seemed a little too appealing, but he is not gonna do it. Eventually, he'll just get up, glare at your ex, then leave with you in his arms. Obanai Iguro. He's surprisingly respectful toward your ex. Until you tell him the reason why the two of you broke up. And that just ruins it all. The way that you're hurt. The way that your ex just treated you. It was too much. And his stoic face became scornful every time he looks at your ex now. One day, he just dragged your ex to a secluded area and stabbed his blade right next to Rex's head, hitting the wall behind them. I don't want to ever see your face after what you've done to my aunt. Is that clear? Needless to say, your ex is a little bit too careful of going out where you might be. Giyu Tomioka. Giyu is an extremely jealous partner. Or so, when he knew that your ex-boyfriend was around. To be frank, Giyu did not give a single crap about whether you two ended things in good terms or not. Because even if things were ended on good terms between you and your ex, that doesn't mean that he'll be nice to him. He's just a little bit jealous. And if it happens that your ex might have hurt you before, it won't be just Giyu glaring at him. He'll wait until you're not around and make sure to give him a few words of advice and perhaps a few injuries, depending on how bad it was for you. But don't worry, it's nothing too bad. Inosuke. Inosuke starts a staring contest with your ex. Yep, it might sound a little bit weird, but he thought that there was something that he should do. And he waited until the two of you finished your conversation. Inosuke was very respectful when it came to you. And he wanted you to finish whatever you had first. Well, it was nice seeing you again. Let's go, Inosuke. And just as you tried to push Inosuke away and leave, suddenly, Inosuke laughs his ass off and fell to the floor while pointing at your ex through his laughter. The great Inosuke wins again. I've got a girl now. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, perhaps Inosuke was too competitive for his own good. Rengoku. Rengoku did not like Hirak's formative told him about him. So when he saw him, all the dislike seemed to come out of him. He's kind of suspicious about him, so he tries to keep you as far away as possible from your ex. He knew that you didn't want to interact with him anyway, so he was doing you a favor. And also, keeping his own mind at peace. He would try to hide you behind him while he talks to your ex. Mine sounded doing great. Thanks for asking. He would try to de-escalate any conversations and leave as quickly as he possibly could without being too disrespectful. Kamado Tanjiro. Thankfully, you left your ex on good terms, so it wasn't too bad. So there wasn't a lot of directed anger when Tanjiro came to see your ex. But when he saw him, he couldn't help but be a little bit jealous. And even worse, he was a little nervous. Tanjiro gulped when he saw how buff your ex was. Even though he knew he was incredibly strong, for a human, this dude was a whole different level. He was kinda a little bit anxious that if he ever got into a fight with him, perhaps he wouldn't win. Unless there was something at stake. But he didn't want to think about that. Tanjiro? What's wrong? Nothing, man. Let's get going. Genya. Genya had zero chill when it came to Rex. He left him on bad terms. And once I told him, he was extremely angry. But he didn't want to involve you in any of the fights. Especially since he still had trauma from all of it. So as soon as he saw him, he was enraged. But he had to keep calm, if only for you. So before you could even notice that your ex was there, he took initiative. Let's go, Ion. What? Genya? Why would he give your ex even the smallest glance? And if you wouldn't, then you shouldn't either. Does your ex deserve it? Nope. Your ex deserves nothing but hell. And Genya would be sure to give him that. Just not when you're around.